have to go through this again. Okay, I recorded a video earlier, two actually. The first one I talked too much, the second one apparently didn't save. So, time to repeat what I just said. You have the male body, okay? My rendition of the male body, you have the forward female and the side female, and then I have explaining the neck, okay? For the male, you have a thicker neck versus a thinner neck on females. Thicker neck, you have this line that comes down right here first, and then another line that denotes the shoulder, okay? The shoulder is curved, it's never square like that, okay? Just don't. Even for skinnier guys, it will be roundish, okay? This is going to be a muscly guy, it's not going to be skinny, okay? After you get to the shoulder, you have these two muscles here and here that denote the upper arm, right? I'm skinny, I don't really have them, but it's kind of these muscles, okay? There's two of them, they're there, they help. So that's that part of the arm. I can go into the rest of the arm later if you want me to. Here, alright, we actually have it kind of coming off diagonally right here, off of where the arm is. You have the armpit there, right? From the armpit, you will actually connect it to the pecs, like that. So you kind of get this kind of like square thing there inside of this kind of diamond thing, or whatever, okay? After it gets there, you kind of get this straightness until it gets to the waist, alright? The waist, most times, will have a bone because of the actual pelvis bone will peek out there, alright? And that will generally go down to the crotch when you have the legs, okay? Belly button. Alright, then you have the six-pack, you have all these muscles on the side coming down from there, and these muscles are what makes this kind of diagonal motion right there. That's the male body, okay? The neck, you have three sets of muscles, three regions, okay? This is the jawline, okay? Jawline, alright? First, when you draw the neck, like I said, after you do this kind of straight line going down, right? My brother does it kind of like this. I think it looks weird. I do it straight down, okay? Then you also will go ahead and put the Adam's apple there. Some sort of indication of that is generally the minimum for neck drawings, alright? And then you have collarbone, the collarbone, okay? Now then, like I said, there were three regions. The first region is going to be this kind of triangle thing here, and it's going to be noted by, see the ear here? There is going to be a line that goes from the ear down towards the collarbone, alright? And that makes the first region, okay? The next region is going to be where this down part comes right here that I was just talking about earlier, goes down to meet the collarbone right here, and you have this kind of triangle, alright? And it's on this side too. The last region is this part right here where I said you have this segment that comes down, is going to finish with the collarbone coming all the way up so that you have this third muscle. Once you have all that, that is the region of the neck. That's pretty muscly though. Again, it'll probably go with this guy than a normal guy. Right? Forward female body is split into three regions. Okay? You have the upper torso. You generally have the breasts somewhere in there. It will vary. And then you have this kind of buffer region between where the waist switches directions and starts heading out into the hips. Once it gets to probably the part where you would have panties on, it will come down as if it was panties to the crotch, and you have this kind of triangle-like thing. Those are the three regions. Then you have that. Alright? The proportions greatly are influenced by maturity and age, okay? Even shoulder length is a great way to denote age and maturity. You will have probably a higher angle and longer shoulders for older women, whereas you will have a flatter angle and more petite shoulders for younger women, okay? For the side here, it's kind of congested now, but there are several things to note. Again, there are the three regions. That is the first thing to note, okay? The next one is the front part of all this, right? This side. After you have the neck and then the collarbone, you come down onto the breast. The breast can be any size you want, but generally what you end up having is when it comes off onto the chest, it's more like a straight line going down than actually connecting to that. And that's because it curves like that because women have to compensate for their breast weight. Once it comes down, you go into the belly. Belly's a little bit curved and then it comes back in. Okay? Just like that. So you get this kind of flow. Okay? For the back, and men won't have that, they'll have more like this. Alright? For muscly guys who kind of have this. Alright. So for the back, once you come off the neck here, you have to come back into the shoulder blade first. It comes back. Okay? And then you double back after you meet the shoulder blade, come in. It's really curved because the body is angled because it's compensating for the breast weight. After you get to where it would be here, it stops, gets a little bit straight, and then begins about halfway down to start curving. And then it hits that point, and then you have the kind of panty region here, and then the legs. Alright? See that? That is the side view of a woman's body. I was saying here that the width of everything and the length of everything, even the curve, how much flesh you want to put into this, how much realism you want to put into this, is all by your style. My style is generally a little bit more realistic, I think. It's not just the kind of like lines that some animes do. I also like doing kind of muscles like this. It's why I use the muscle system on males. But my system isn't really long. I don't have like super long legs. I also don't put like the huge freaking hips on women. I don't think I will ever be able to do that. It's just really weird to me. It's not my style. So your style is all up to you. You need to develop it. This is not a very good system. This is something that I developed as I drew, which is not necessarily a good thing. Obviously, you can tell that I use a shape system on my females and a muscle system on my males, which is completely different for each one. They're not the same system. So I guess maybe it'll help because you've seen two systems now. Okay? So it's your style. You need to figure out how real you want it, how fleshy you want it, alright? How thick you want it, and how long you want it. Okay? That is all up to you. I really hope that you kind of grasp the concepts of each of these frames. And I really do hope I helped. Just keep in mind the head length that is in the previous video, and you should be fine. My last suggestion is that you should go up and look up, or you should go onto YouTube and look up more body tutorials. There are going to be people with more stable styles than me. They could probably give you better tips and tricks too. Okay? That's it. I hope I helped.